Hi, it's Dave Warner from Warner Epoxy. I'm here with Jim Cecil, a friend of mine, and a real good friend of my brother's. He saw one of my videos. He had interest in doing it himself, so I brought him in for a little training class here. And so everybody say hi to Jim. All right.
All right.
So today we're going to do another sample piece, and we're going to use a brown, dark brown, smoky beige, and then the silver platinum beige tint from Stone Coat. We use the Stone Coat epoxy, the heat resistant countertop epoxy. And you can find that on my link below. So today, Jim, I'm going to get it doctored up. I don't know if you're going to help me on this piece or not, but
I'll just watch and learn.
You're just going to watch,
yeah,
and we'll teach you on the next piece.
Exactly.
All right, so I'm going to get my gloves on here, and we're going to mix this stuff up and get started.
But before you start, David, there's some prep to this, right?
I did prep it. Why don't you give me a piece of wood over there?
Okay, this is what it started with?
That's what I started with. I bought 2 coats of Behr paint primer in one. I used a white for the color on this one, and I routed the edge with a 1/4 inch round over bit so that the epoxy could flow over and get my edges.
All right.
Good call there, Jimmy.
All right.
Must have saw that, huh?
Yes.
That it wasn't the same?
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to have just a little bit of dark brown. About that much, and then this one here is going to be most of the piece. So we'll get it a little fuller. And then just a little bit of gray.
So what's the objective? Do you make this like a marble, or what's the outcome?
This one's going to be a granite one.
A granite look, okay.
So I'm going to put a little bit more in now. This one here, he's going to want a vein in it too.
Okay.
So and then we're going to granify it too. So this one's going to be really cool when we're done. And it'll color sweet. Accurately measure our colors. Right? That was pretty accurate.
You've always been pretty attention to detail. Is that a special base paint you use in that? Is that oil, latex? What is that?
They're all oil based. Any paints that you use with epoxy, and we recommend the Rust-Oleum 2X paint. It works the best, gives you the most reactions to each other and with the epoxy. So we like the 2X Rust-Oleum. You can mix that one up if you want.
All right.
Just stir it around. You probably should wear a mask when you're using spray paint, but can't talk with a mask on, so we're going to take the chances today. So Jimmy croaks. I don't know.
All right.
Ooh, I need more.
Is that one good?
Yeah, that's
Okay,
good.
I'll hit this one.
All right. I think that's good. Maybe a little more. Accurate measurements. Accurate measurements.
There you go.
I am going to change over to clear cups, so I don't have to keep doing this to see my color. But I bought a bunch of red ones, so I'm using them up first. All right, so here we go.
From a blank canvas to a masterpiece in a matter of minutes.
That's true. And the reason we use Stone Coat epoxy gives you 45 minutes of working time. So we're just going to get this out, spread it out, make some spots here. We'll leave some in the cup in case we don't have enough somewhere. We got somewhere to add it. All right. Finger painting, Jim. You ever do that?
I did not realize you were such an artist.
I'm not an artist. Epoxy does all the work for me. All right, let's see. Let's do the gray. Gotta do a spots of gray through there. I want a spot through here. Go over here. Go over there.
What's your most request? The marble look, or?
Actually, the Carrera marble has been the most popular.
Okay.
Which is, well, not necessarily that one, but more of this one up here.
So this is what the finished product is going to look like from that wood to this.
That's right. That's
amazing.
where we're going.
That's pretty cool.
So what makes you interested in epoxy, Jim?
Well, my wife was thinking about redoing our countertops.
Yeah?
And I seen your video, and I figured I'd just come right to the master.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And see how easy it is. You said it was pretty easy.
It was easy.
I just want to watch it on a video and just seeing it live is two different things. Wow.
I figured as much as you drink, you wanted to do a bar. Oh, did I tell a secret? I'm sorry.
I can't argue. So there's really no set pattern. It's whatever you feel like putting down.
Exactly. You just put it on, put it where you want.
I'm thinking about
Like I
my
said, if you want to help, you can put your gloves on. Start finger painting.
I might have to.
Let's see. I need a little bit more. Okay, right here. I'm going to put a green through there, so I don't need it all there. But we're getting close to what I want here.
So you got 45 minutes to work with this?
Oh yeah, which is plenty of time. This piece will take us what? 5-10 minutes, right?
Wow.
Looks like crap right now, doesn't
Yeah, it does.
it? You're surprised it's going to come out when it comes out too when you're done.
You like
Right now, I just got to get all the wood covered. All the wood's got to get covered here. Once that's done, then we'll start putting the vein in here.
Yeah.
And then,
Have you did many bars before?
I have 2 bars so far.
Now let's say we get this done and you like it, and in a year from now, my wife wants to change it.
All I got to do is sand it and start all over.
Really?
I can do any color over top of this. I can go right over this. Just sand it so it can accept the epoxy has something to stick to,
Okay.
and we can go right over it.
Now if you had an existing bar, do you have to put this laminate down? Or can you?
No, I can go over any hard surface.
Really?
I can go over any hard surface. So, all right, I think we're ready to put a vein in. Where do you think? Where should we put it?
Right
through
across
there?
Yeah.
Or you want to go right across the middle?
No, make it
Diagonal?
just like natural.
Natural. All right. So,
You need a stick.
I think I'm going to start with a dark brown. Making sure you go off the edge. Good. You want the edge to get done too. All right, we'll go off both corners.
Oh, wow.
And then we'll put a little bit of the gray in there. Around the same spot. Now this vein will grow as we go, right? Because this epoxy is going to be self-leveling.
Okay.
So you just keep going, just layer the stuff in. Maybe we can fan it out a little bit here, right?
Yeah, what's nice about this, you don't have really a set pattern. It's whatever you want.
It's pretty good. And this stuff keeps moving even after you're done working at it. It'll move for 2-3 hours after we're done.
Does it really?
So you don't even necessarily know what it's going to look like until the finished product when you come back the next day.
So what's it take to set up then about that?
In 2 days you can actually have light use on it, right?
Okay.
So if you were to do your kitchen countertop in place,
Yeah.
2 days later you can put your sink in and stuff.
Is it a pretty hard surface? Does it scratch? Like a
It's scratch resistant to normal kitchen
Okay.
use, right? So your regular cups and plates won't scratch it, that type of thing. But it is you can scratch it with metal or whatever. But you could take and hit it with a hammer, and it won't chip it or whatever. But not recommended, of course.
Could survive.
But it would survive, and it's heat resistant to 475 degrees.
What you just spray on there?
This one here was the silver metallic out of the Rust-Oleum paints that we recommend. Ooh, I almost sprayed myself. Let's see, I got another color here. I'm gonna do a little nutmeg now.
So when people come to you, they tell you what colors they want?
Yeah, I looked. I got his backsplash right over there. I want you to look that up. He wants me to match something to match that, right?
Something to match this?
Yep. So what do you think? We matching it yet?
Yeah, you're getting there. Yep. It's got a little, looks a little grayish too. You got gray in there.
Yeah, I got gray in there. I got nutmeg.
Okay.
I got dark brown. I got.
So you keep making that right there, that wider and wider. So, see, it's gonna be interesting how that turns out.
Also, well, black. Like always, accent with black, right? You know. Oh, I just sprayed myself.
All right. You're just a natural artist.
You know, I was worried about, since I'm really not an artist, I was really worried about getting into epoxy because I thought you had to be an artist.
I agree.
And you'd be surprised how much the epoxy and the paints do their own work for you.
I'm amazed how they blend with each other right now.
You know, you told me you didn't want white in it, but don't tell him. We're going to put a little white in it anyway.
You're like the Bob Ross of epoxy.
Bob Ross of epoxy. I haven't heard that name in quite a while. So, all right. So let's see. What do we need, Jim? I think it needs a little bit more dark brown over here. What do you think? A little spot there. A little in there.
That is pretty neat, just watching it transform into what's going to be. You know, I'd have never thought this.
Oh, almost built that. Let's see. What else we want here?
So you can still work with your gloves and stuff? You can
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. You don't like something, let me know. We'll change it, all right? Colors mix, it doesn't matter. You know, because that's what you're doing, right?
All right.
You got like the metallics. You see how that reacts in each other?
Exactly.
All the moving, the stuff's moving. I'm not doing that, right? The epoxy's doing that.
How long have you been doing this?
About 6 months now. And they say you don't like something, you just go over it and do something different, right?
Right.
So what do you think? Are we getting close here? Or? I see I got a little black on my glove and now I'm going to have a little black spot
Yeah, I
here.
noticed
You know, just mix it in, right?
And that's going to all go level. That little dimples and stuff will just level right
Yeah, and this coat here is just the color coat. What happens, any flaws in this coat will get covered and smoothed out with my flood coat that we're going to do probably in, tomorrow.
Really?
Most of my sample pieces, I don't do the final flood coat because, it's the reason you do it is one, to make it smooth, and two, to make it food safe, right?
Yeah.
Because if you got paint sitting on top of your countertop and you eat, you don't want to eat paint, right?
Okay.
So that's why you have to do the next clear coat. You know what? I better do my edges here before I get too far into this, huh? I'm just dab a little in there, smear my edges. I did prep the edges before Jimmy got here. I spray painted them just to get them a little darker.
Okay.
Because I didn't want the white to show through on my edges.
When you prep that, how long did that take? A couple hours? Did you have to let it set, or can you just?
Well, I started out with a plain piece of wood. The first coat of paint I left on there for overnight, and I came in,
Okay.
sanded it, and then put a second coat, left it overnight, and sanded it the next day. Now you could probably, if you're working right out of a shop that's right next to your house or whatever, you could probably go out in 4 hours or something and put your second coat on, right? But I'm not going to drive 20 minutes to come put 5 minutes of work and go back home, right? So I just wait and do it another day.
Is that the only wood you can put it on, or is there a reason you use this wood? You use plywood?
You can go over any hard surface. If you go over plywood, the epoxy will show everything. You know how plywood has different little divots in it. You know, I mean, if it's not completely smooth, you will see that in your finished product.
Okay.
Now, and I don't have my sample here. I did do a sample over plywood, and you can see that it's plywood underneath.
So what do you recommend? Going with this stuff?
We recommend MDF or going over, you know, Formica or marble or whatever, whatever hard surface. But you know, the smoother the better, right?
Okay.
So, what do you think? Got enough color in this?
Looks like it to me.
Looks like it to you. Well, I don't know when to stop, so. We just keep going, add more colors.
But you got 40 minutes to work with it, so it's.
Yeah, that's part of the problem, right? You've got time to keep messing it up. But sometimes you're, you know, like that drip. You're like, oh my God, I messed it up. You know, that drip will be one of my favorite spots when we're done. You know. So. Well, I think we're about ready to do the mystery. What makes it look like granite? What do you think?
Yeah, I'd be impressed if that. Yeah, because you can see little bubbles in there, like when you touch it, but that's all gonna love.
All right, yeah, we're gonna show you one trick right now. You worried about the bubbles? This is probably something you can do, Jimmy.
No, I'll watch you first.
I don't know if the camera can get close enough for this, but and I know this torch is really loud on video, but you can see the bubbles coming right out. It's going to smooth this piece right up.
That's
See it coming out, Jimmy?
Yeah, it is. That is.
See these spots here where they're plain wood still?
Yeah.
You got to touch them.
It's like you shrink wrap a window.
You get a little bit of tension, and you just got to touch them. Get that tension out of there.
Huh.
Okay. And then
Okay.
it'll cover. You see any more spots? We don't want any of them.
Maybe one right
We want to
there.
go all the way through. Yep, and that was one. And now, you know, my fingerprint will cover. It will cover that. It'll level out, but it will not. If there's surface tension and it doesn't go all the way through, now that would be something you don't want. I mean, the final coat will help some, but it won't. You'll still see that, you know.
Wow. Maybe one more thing right here. Yep. What's amazing about what you're doing here is you're going back and messing with it still, and it hasn't affected it.
Oh yeah, we got lots of time. I'm sure. I don't know how long we've been into it, but we're 7 minutes in, maybe. I don't know. So you ready to ruin this piece?
Do it up.
I don't know if I like that it's rounded, so I'm just gonna smear. It's not so rounded. I'm sorry, I'm messing it up for you.
No, that's pretty neat because you can. It's never done. I mean, you can keep fine tuning it.
All right. All right, I think it's ready for granifying.
All right. So the first step's done.
This is what I do with my alcohol bottle.
I don't see it.
Want to torch it one more time? All right, Jimmy.
Let's do
Your
it.
first lesson. Just don't stop. Just get down there, tip up a little bit more. There you go. Make sure you overlap your
Just like making hot dogs on the grill.
hot dogs on a grill. You probably cooked hot dogs on a grill before.
That'll be my first eye.
All right. What did I do with my silver? Oh, there it is. Don't just pass that. That's
Oh, that bottle right there.
yeah, this one here. All right, well, we're going to do the granification. You're going to freak out when you see this. Where'd my black spray paint go? I just used it. I can organize one of these times. There it is.
Don't worry, you got 45 minutes.
All right, this is pretty cool here. And the customer wants big cells in his. So we're going to spray some black on here. Like I say, you're thinking I'm going to ruin it. Spray some black on it. And then just dribble this alcohol. And I got silver metallic in here.
Wow.
Is that all you can say is wow, wow? All right.
It does look like it ruins it.
I just covered all with black, and then all of a sudden,
It
This will open it right up.
Wow. Looks like all your hard work you just ruined, but let's see what the final product looks like.
Oh yeah, just let this work and we'll open it right up.
Oh, it's pretty darn neat. What type of alcohol is that?
91% alcohol. Isopropylene.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. So, like this one here, he likes his big circles, right? So
Yeah.
let them grow. They'll just keep moving.
Oh, they keep growing?
Yep. I'll just keep moving.
And when do you know you're done with this step?
When I quit.
Yeah. Get the look you want?
So now we're just gonna watch it and see what we like and don't like. Like this here, I'm not liking that, so we'll see if it's gonna move or not. If it doesn't move, I'll change it. I got plenty of products left over. I'll just add more and move it around. And
So how much would you need to do like a, I don't know, 4x8 bar or something? That's a big bar, but
4 foot by 8 foot.
yeah.
4 times 8 is 32, so 32 times, it's 3 ounces of epoxy per square foot.
Okay.
So, like this project here took 12 ounces
Okay.
of epoxy.
And you get the epoxy where?
I get it from Stone Coat, and they're out of Oregon. And if you want to click the link below and use the code word Warner, you can save $10 on a $95 order or more. You can save $10.
Okay.
So, all right, I don't know what went on here. I don't like it, so we're going to do some changing. So, I don't know what's going on, why it didn't.
So you still can change this after this? Huh.
Yeah. So we're just going to add some more color. And see what's going on here. Oh, almost out of this color. I have to make some more. Well, I got more. I just not this color.
Is that a special mixed color, or you just?
Well, this was that smoky beige from that we sprayed out of the can into the epoxy.
Gotcha. That's what's amazing about this. Right now, you're just going over what you didn't like and you're gonna
And we'll fix it.
make it. Yeah. Wow.
We'll see what happens. It's gonna be a whole different look. But you don't like it, you change it.
It reminds me when I was a kid in art class, I got a D in art. And
Well,
I told the guy, you can't give me a D in art. Art's an eye of the beholder.
it doesn't look like an A project to you, did
That's
it?
what I thought. I said, you would have failed Picasso.
Yep. I don't know how they can grade anything that's a judgmental thing, you know?
When I thought, that's when I knew I was not going to be born an artist. I had my heart set on it when I was a youngster. Ruined my dream.
Ruined your dream. I have a feeling, Jim, you wouldn't have been an artist even if you got an A on that project.
Starving artist. So when you're making this change now, you think you're going to make this match that, sort of like.
Sure.
That'd be interesting to see.
It's going to be,
This will be real interesting.
we're just going to do the same granification over top of this. Just going to have a different base underneath, right?
Yeah.
I'm afraid to put some clear on here, but I need a little bit more. So we're going to put some clear lines in here. We're going to do some clear over here too.
Wow.
Go with a theme, right?
Yeah.
Keep our lines going the same way. Watch that all full out for a little bit.
Okay.
Let it settle. So
They really don't add any weight to the existing countertop, right?
Oh no, I mean it's
ounces, right?
yeah. I mean the most I used on any countertop was a half a gallon, or in 2 coats because you do the clear over. So you use a gallon. What's a gallon weigh?
I know.
A gallon of water is about 8 pounds.
8 pounds.
Epoxy's probably a little bit heavier than water. So you add 10 pounds to your countertop, right? So see how that's just spreading out. It's a little bit slow, so it's probably a little tedious on video, but it's cool for us. We're sitting here watching it move.
So when you go to somebody's house, you do this, you come back. Is it a 3-day process? You lay this the first day, let it set for 24 hours?
Well, you forgot about getting the countertop prepped first. So
Oh, that's
it
right.
actually takes 5 days to do all the work, and I come back on the 9th day to put the sink back in.
Okay.
And then if you're doing the countertop in place in someone's house, after 2 days you can have light use. It takes 30 days to cure completely. So you got 30 days before you got full use of your kitchen countertop. But if you have, if I build you a new countertop in my shop, I can bring it to you. I can hold it for as long as I can keep it in my shop, right? Depending on how much space I have. I can hold it for say the whole 30 days. I can put it in one day, and then you can have it fully working kitchen in 1 day.
So you would do that, you'd customize, bringing it back in,
Yeah,
all done, you just install it then?
Yeah, most of my countertops I did so far were only one of them was in place.
And I guess it makes sense if you're out for 30 days with a countertop. So here we go again, you're gonna try to match that look.
So there you go. See the veins going all through here.
So the longer you let the alcohol set, the bigger the...
Yeah, they'll just slowly keep spreading as it's self-leveling off the piece.
So let's assume you did a countertop, you bring it out to my house, I love it, well my wife don't, you could just redo it again, right?
Right, I would sand it down so it can adhere the new epoxy and do a whole new countertop. It can be a whole different color, everything. Here's another, the alcohol went all the way down to the wood, so we just got to touch them, break that tension so it can fold.
Can I bring you a picture of the marble I like, and then you try to match it?
I do.
Do you prefer that?
Yeah, it gives you a good place to start from for sure, because
Okay.
sometimes there's that miscommunication between you and the customer because they don't know the process of how to make it.
Right.
So they're telling you one thing, but they're using the wrong language.
Yep.
And then you make them something they didn't like. Of course, you always make samples, right? You agree on a sample before you ever go in there and do it.
Right.
But you think that you got what you want. You make a sample for the customer. He's like, no, I wanted something totally different.
Exactly.
And you just go back and make another sample, but at least it wasn't the whole counter, right?
Right.
But, once you agree on a sample, then you go ahead and start building.
Okay.
So, well, I think this one, I think we're not going to do mica flakes on this one. Originally he wanted flakes, but I think he said no. So I think we're about done here. We'll torch it one more time. I think we gave it enough time for the alcohol to get off. If not, it catches fire.
All right.
Big deal.
Looks like spraying a car.
Spray paint? Just paint tires?
Yeah, my old truck.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably not a good thing to do, is spray paint right next to these. Torch them.
Yeah. Just looking for dry spots now.
Let me ask you a question. From this angle with that light, it looks like there's waves in it.
Yep.
Will that settle out too?
Most of that's going to settle out, but what don't settle out will come out with the final coat.
Okay.
Final clear.
Because I can see the waves in it from the...
Yep.
Okay.
When I do the final coat, all that stuff will come out. All these little divots,
Yeah.
all the alcohol, that'll all come out. The only thing that you won't come out would be a dry spot, right, where it goes all the way down to the substrate.
Okay.
You'll always see it like this one right here. We'll probably have to touch that one because it'll just always look like a divot there.
Got it.
It'll be smooth, but you'll be able to see all the way to the substrate. But as you can see, as it's getting spreading out, it's getting lighter, right? And that was one of the things he was worried about, having it too dark for his kitchen.
Okay.
So Just like this spot here. I still think that's going to be too much brown. I think I'm just going to spray a little gray in there. Yeah, see now it's lighter, right?
Yep. So you've been at this about what, 15, 20 minutes now?
Probably. I don't know. I don't keep track of time. You know when it's getting close. You know, you can rub your finger here, and if it's not, if it's not running, if it's stringy, know you're getting close to time to get off your piece. So these drips tell you a lot. Right now they're still soft and smooth, and the more of these you get off now, the less sanding you got later, right?
Yeah.
Because they drips keep dripping off this. So, all right. Well, I'm not liking my vein. I've sort of disappearing here, so I'm going to add more color to it. So we're going to go back at it. I want my vein to show. Don't want it to be covered. So we're just going to start doing it again. We're just going to add another, not another vein, but we're just going to add more color to this vein so it sticks out. So I want that vein to be present.
What didn't you like about it? The color?
Well, I didn't like it blended in with the rest of the piece, right? I just wanted to.
Okay.
I want it to be different than the piece. I want it to shine through. So we're going to add. That was nutmeg. I want the. Well, I can do the gray now. This is a smoky beige. Just to lighten it some. Oops. I'm just going to add all the same colors that we added before. And then it's going to be a really visual vein through here. The more color, the better. Which one am I black? That one black? Well, off the black. And here's my metallic. That'll spice it up some. Never can go wrong with metallics, right?
Yeah.
They really react and really separate. Well, good stuff. That's my stick. Just use the same stick, so your paints can mix and touch each other. And if this don't work, I'm going to do another trick. I'm going to drag my glove through it.
All right. All else fails, use your fingers.
I'm going to use the glove without my fingers in it.
Oh, wow. Pushing the boundaries.
But yeah, I think you got too dressed up for this job, Jimmy. I see you back up every time I start spraying towards you. I'm afraid to get a little paint on you, I see.
I've seen you paint.
Look at me, I don't have paint on me. Alright. What happened there?
What do you need?
I got my black. Gotta have some more black lines in here. We'll just keep going until we get something we like.
I give you credit to figure out what you're going to like here because it's all just one big color. So you already got an idea in your head, hey?
Oh no, heck no. This is all, it does its own thing. You can only try to get it where you want it. But you do know it. You have an idea what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But you'd be surprised though how many times you think you made a mistake and then next thing you know it's the piece of part you like the best. What color do I need in here? Let's see. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to bend this thing a little bit. Watch these colors move with a little bit of heat. I'm gonna get my heat gun up. I'm really gonna show you something cool.
Oh.
Take my power.
Would you prefer to use a heat gun or a torch?
Well, the heat gun works a lot better to spread the colors because you don't have to worry about burning the epoxy.
Okay.
The only about a heat gun, you worry about color. And you always put your line straight so that when you move it with a heat gun, they all move together. Right? So then you
That's a good tip.
If you're trying to do squiggly lines, then you know, the lines aren't going to be parallel to each other because you can't do the same exact line multiple times, right?
Yeah.
So it's all just a reaction to everything. Everything's moving, get heated up.
So what would the average cost of buying the supplies one person?
You mean all this? What it costs to do the sample?
Like for the epoxy, these 5 cans of spray paint, to do a project, what would it cost to do a...
To do it yourself?
Yeah, approximately.
You're probably $10 a square foot to do it yourself.
Okay.
It's really affordable.
Yeah, it is.
And then if you buy from me, of course, you can save $10 on $100. That helps you save some money.
Right.
Just put, it'll be in the notes below. Just put Warner. When you order from Stone Coat, put Warner in the code, and you can save $10. What do you think? Now I got my vein back.
Yep. There you do.
And you still see the hills that you saw
Nope.
earlier?
Yep, they're gone away.
Starting to float away, aren't they?
If they didn't have a heat gun, could you use a blow dryer?
You can, like a hair dryer has, they'll blow more lint around and stuff.
Okay.
Heat gun don't have as much blowing power, so you don't pick up as much debris. And then if you touched it, your wife will get mad at you. You get a little epoxy on the tip of her hair dryer, she's gonna be mad at you.
Good point.
So go buy a heat gun, $20,
So it is. Okay.
$30, you know, depending on how nice you want. My first one I bought at Harbor Freight. This one here I got on Amazon. I think this one was $29. I could be wrong. Don't quote me on price, but if you want to take a peek, it's going to be in my Amazon link. I like my vein a lot better, that's for sure. Hope it's not too dark. I got probably a little bit more black than I wanted. I don't know if I want to lighten it up or not. I think I do because I grabbed paint. Right?
Yep.
Just get a little bit more lighter color in here, cover up some of the black. Torch that out. Never done.
I was gonna say that might be the only drawback. You got so much time to work with this thing, and just keep working it and working it.
Exactly. I don't think I want more gray. I want the brown. Where's my brown?
There's
Here,
nothing.
that's stone right here. You had it. Smoky. Oh, so you took your glove off, or then you put it on?
Then put it on.
Oh, that's good. I want some more of that in there. That's good. Isn't that nice? And a little lighter where I want it.
Yeah.
You know, you use a stick, you go push it right down to the bottom, you know, so you can get depth out of it, right? So you don't just want the surface tension, you know. All them paints just look like a a mess right now. All them paints will sort of separate from each other and it'll come up pretty.
This is about the 4th time you went over this vein.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jim. Is that too many?
No, I just you changed it that many times. You can make that many changes on it.
Yeah, you could stop. You know, this piece, like you said, it changed so many times. I could have stopped. There's like 4 different projects in one that we just did, right? You can stop anytime. And if you think I ruined it, leave a comment below. Let me know when you would have stopped. Obviously, Jimmy would have stopped a long time ago. So it flows over the end.
Yeah.
So you can't see that video on the video, but you can see this side.
Looks natural.
Yep, looks like it goes all the way through. All right. I know I called it quit earlier, but I think this might be it. I'll torch it one more time and get all the air out of it. I'm gonna open these up a little bit. Get a bigger vein, not vein, but a bigger cell going through here.
That heat gun does do a good job.
This makes it look more natural, like the earth made it, you know?
What have you done in your house?
I done my shower walls. I did my bathroom floor, and
You did a shower?
Yep, did my shower walls. I got a bathtub, and the 3 walls behind the bathtub I did in epoxy.
Did you do it like the marble look? Or?
No, that one was my wife wanted white, so I did white.
Oh. Can't mess that up.
No, can't mess up white. So you can do anything, right? Whatever you like.
That's pretty amazing. Do you have any of those pictures posted?
No, I don't know why. It's hard to take a picture, I guess. You know, it's you can't get far enough away to get the whole bathroom in it.
Yeah.
So it's just hard to get a picture of it.
I'd have never thought of shower. But.
Yeah, it's makes a really good shower. When I put it on a 1/2-inch MDF, did it all horizontal, then I glued it to my wall.
You did? Okay.
All right, we're calling this one good. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe, ring the bell so you get notifications for when I do the next one. And you're going to want to watch the next one because Jimmy's going to do it. All right, so
Until
see
then.
ya.